I do not live in my storage unit for the 11th time.
Prove it.
Okay, here's my bed. Yes, I do have a bed in here. That's because I didn't want to get rid of it. Shortest story ever told. This is the most important part. This is where I keep my bar. All of my bohemian clothes, all of my 50s pinup attire. So everybody wants to know how I have power in my storage unit. It's because of this portable power station that I mentioned 5 million times. I bring this everywhere I go. I need to blow dry my hair, flatten my hair, I need to charge my phone, whatever. This is what I use. That's the end of my storage tour. I hope you guys don't have any more questions about it.
She ain't living out her storage unit, y'all. Y'all believe her?
The answer is hell no.
Only thing I got to say to her is,
tell the truth. Tell the truth.
ma'am, people that have homes to go back to, they are not walking around with portable generators. They might have a power bank or something, but they're not going to walk around with portable generators. Let's get into the rise of people living out of their storage units, y'all. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did ya miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And before we even get started, I want to let everybody know the brand new merch store is open. It's a couple designs up. There's going to be some more coming. So for all the people that was looking for the merch store, it's a brand new Shopify store. You can find it on the shop app under What It Look Like TV merchandise. And it's all down there in the link in the bio and all that. But anyway, today we are getting into the rise of people living out of these storage units. So before we even get started, if you make enough money right now to cover the spread, pay the bills, and keep a roof over your head, you need to be thankful for that. Because right now, with the price of housing, people are starting to live out these storage units because they pretty much don't have any other option with the way the rents are looking.
All right, by live out of, I mean I have built this so that I can come and go super easily. So it's super cramped in here. Follow along. Okay, we are in an 8x10 storage unit. I found a special where I could pay $55 a month. He ended up giving me a 4-month deal on that. And then it'll move to about $110 a month. This is what I've built out of it. My dresser is back here. You can see, like, I can totally get in it, get all my clothes, everything. This is my closet. I actually have a full-length mirror, and I have enough space in here to get dressed. My shoes are in there, more storage in there. I've been able to set this up a little bit like a living room. I've more storage stuff, some water, blanket. I've got a chair that I can sit in here and put my feet up. I built this up here for extra hanging, clothes, whatever. This is my kitchen. I can grab stuff, come and go, my cups, cooking, everything. Down here in my buffet is my pantry. This is terrible and hard in such a small space. My pantry down here is actually my bookshelves now. So I can pull these out, grab the books that I want and go, put them back. I created another little hallway going this way. I'm waiting on the rest of my pretty storage bins, but this is all my crafting stuff. If you know me, I craft and I sell stuff for extra money. And then we come back out here. Here's our little hallway still. Those 4 bins are literally just storage for someday if I have a house, I guess. I don't know. This is like my DVDs, board games, swimwear. As soon as you walk in, all my clothes are hanging right here. Back behind there is even more storage for like all my camping stuff. If you know me, you also know that I'm an extreme couponer. So here's all my product. Here's all my bathroom supplies. And yeah, I did all of that. Oh, extras, whatever. In a storage unit that I can just roll up in my car. and do what I need to do and come and go as I please for $100 a month. So I don't have to pay $500 a month. I've just freed up $400 a month that I can put towards past debt. So maybe someday I'll have better credit and can qualify to buy a camper, so I'll have a home.
With the price of rent out there, this is what people are resorting to. It looking like she doesn't spend her nights there totally because she didn't have a bed set up. But a lot of people use their storage units just to sleep in.
Sometimes tenants try to live in their storage unit. Tonight I had to go down to my storage facility after hours to remove somebody from the property because they were trying to stay in their unit again. This isn't the first time that I've had to go down after hours to talk with them. At this point, I've already knocked on their door and told them they need to go. I'm waiting for them to come out of their unit so that way I can escort them off the property. Because I've already spoken to them about staying in their unit before, they will be getting a call from me tomorrow and also a written notice saying that their lease is terminated in 14 days. Even though they were staying in their unit and I could immediately terminate their lease, I try to be kind and work with people, especially since they've always paid their rent and they're nice tenants. They just aren't following this rule. These tenants also happen to be homeless, so I will try to also help connect them with community services that can help them with shelter and food.
Yo, you good in there? Yeah, I'm just moving things around. What you mean moving things around? Yo, can't be sleeping in here, bro. It's a storage facility.
Bro, you're disturbing my workplace.
Nah, bro, you can't sleep here, bro.
I love my job, I'm good at it, and I'd like to keep it.
Get out! There you go.
So I'm in the storage and getting some of the clothes and shit. I hear them.
Hey, who in here?
Y'all hear that? It's 4 or 5 in the morning.
Hey, who was that?
Hey man, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, what the
Shut up, fool!
What y'all think? You go to air mattress. I got it. I'm about to set it, see how it turned out. What y'all think? I don't know if the TV gonna be able to. Hey, look. See? So it's an epic fail with the mattress, y'all. So with the air mattress, so I'm gonna have to. I'm sweating in here, it's hot. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give me like a. I'm gonna have to order me like a little mat or something to sleep on the floor.
Trying to work with people in this video, man, but you gonna need bigger than a 5x8 if you gonna make things happen. But moving right on along, man, we come to the next group of people that's just gonna take full advantage and do entirely too much. And they gonna move into the storage unit facility like it's an actual apartment and set their darn unit up like it's an actual apartment and actually try to live out of it.
OMG, guys, I cannot believe I am doing this. I did a thing. Yes, I did a thing. I went ahead and moved into a storage unit. And of course, there is a bigger picture behind it. I definitely have a plan. But for now, we talking about living in this storage unit. So this first week has been crazy and kind of humbling as well. I had to go wash clothes at a laundromat for the first time in 12 years. And when I tell you that experience left me on the floor, I've had to take out my own trash, which is also crazy because I haven't done that in let's say about 4 or 5 years. Every place I move to, they take out the trash for me. So I'm having to do everything on my own. However, it does let me know that I am stronger than what I thought. And as hard as it is to believe, living in this storage unit has actually given me a boost of confidence. I feel so much more determined. I feel so much more at peace. I do my daily devotionals every single night. I'm on night 9 as of now. And I know y'all have some questions for me, so let me get them out the way. No, I am not at the storage unit all day. I am not. I'm only there from 9 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. the next morning. So I'm not there all day. Somebody asked how I use the restroom. Well, as you guys can see in the previous clip, I do actually have a toilet. But I'm so grateful for this experience. Look at my car. It ended up having an issue and I just got it fixed the next morning. This is the type of life I'm trying to live. Enjoy my journey.
We need to pray for her.
Amen. Hey guys, can you believe it? I finally completed my project of moving into a storage unit. I really like the way it turned out. I was able to hang the things I needed to hang. I love these racks from Amazon that I was able to put together with the help of my friend Salo. It's not jam-packed in here, so I was able to fold some sweaters. Also just have kind of like my junk drawer baskets, some work stuff. So I feel well equipped here. I also love the idea that, you know, I can see what I need when I'm coming to change my clothes out for the next trip. It's organized. I have space to move around. And I have some, you know, belongings. So it does feel like a home away from home. And that was the vibe I was going for. I also put up these curtains to kind of keep any dust particles. This is a super clean storage unit, but that way it kind of protects my clothing as well. And, you know, I think I need to probably go back through some of my boxes and just take a peek of an inventory of what I have. But by and large, welcome to my home/storage unit.
So although I'm homeless by choice, I feel completely safe where I live. In order to get into my residence, you have to have a code. And in order to get on any floor other than the first floor in the elevator, you also have to have a code. So I don't have to worry about anyone running up on me while I'm sleeping. Now, this is my routine at night before I go do Uber. Because the business hours are from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and everything locks down, including the elevator, I have to set myself up to where I can get back into the unit once I'm done working. So that's what you see me doing here. I go up to my unit, I put my things away, I come back down, I set up the door to where it does not lock, and also to where no one can notice that it's open. There are other people here. I don't want to jeopardize them. I'll prop the gate open so that I can walk through, and I park my car outside.
She started the video off talking about how she feels safe and secure in her building.
I feel completely safe where I live.
But made the building unsafe and unsecure every step of the way throughout the video.
You big dummy.
I'm glad you feel safe and secure in the building because you just made everybody else unsafe and secure in the building. I don't think y'all realizing what it takes to live in a storage unit. You usually don't get an outlet in your storage unit. A lot of times you don't get a light. They have to make all these things happen. And sometimes in order to make it happen, they make their own renovations to the facility.
So if you're gonna live in a storage unit, you're gonna need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So first of all, I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell its power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely. So this is my unit here, and at the top of the unit you can see I have an antenna, and that's so I can get a cell signal inside the unit itself, because once you close the door, it drops all signal. I have a lock, which I've magnetized onto the door so it looks like it's locked even when it's not. And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here and leave that one there. Alright, so let's take a look at the unit now. So in here I've got my TV, entertainment center set up there. I've got my bed. I've got my kitchen area over there, complete with a fridge, and my couch over here. Once you're inside here, you can close the door. And I've screwed on a latch here, so that way you can close it and sort of lock it from the inside. I've also put a mirror up, so you can see what you're doing. Up here, I've got a toaster oven, and this toaster oven actually works pretty well. I'd say it works just as well as a conventional oven. I've got some dishes over here, got some more pots and pans over here, and my fridge is right here. Underneath, I've got a filing cabinet, some tools, and some storage for some other stuff I have. Up on this part of the kitchen, I have cutting board, so I can make some lunch or dinner there. I have a hot plate for boiling water, cereal. Up here is the Tupperware, and then over here I've got a food cupboard with all my food. And this is the sink I've built, and the sink is basically like a 25-liter container I've filled with water, and I've attached these tubes here, so you just open it up, then the water comes down this tube and out there. So you've got running water, you can do dishes, get a drink, whatever, and then the water filters into this bucket, which goes down into these holes here, which goes into a funnel, which leads into a separate container here. And I usually find I have to empty that container and refill that one, usually once a week, maybe twice. So over here above the bed, I've built a bar, and this is just to hold all my liquor and drinks and everything. But I've also got stuff at the back there behind the bed. So what I've done is I've built this little hinge here. This comes out, and then the hinge drops down, and then that can hold in place while you go and get whatever you need to from back there. Over here, I've built a clothing rack, and this works just like it would in any closet. Put your clothes there, except I've included this little latch here on this string, so you can push the clothing further to the wall, giving you more space. Up here, I've built some shelving for some items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much. I got my snowboard hanging from the ceiling there, and as you can see, all the stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling. And the way I did that is I just got 2x4s, really long 2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit, and then I used L brackets to build shelving down from that. So the lighting system here is these are all like Philips Hue lights, so you can just turn them on and off with either your smartphone app or this wireless switch here. And of course I do have my router there broadcasting my network, which that's all connected to. This is my new TV I just bought. It's a 4K TV, and I've got it hooked up to my computer so I can game on it or watch movies or do anything like that. So up here, I've got, this is my left surround speaker. So the thing about the speakers is, to hear properly, they should be positioned over here, in the center, and then to the right. But since this is the doorway, I sort of built this on a sliding system. So it just slides over. And now it's in the correct spot, so you'll have proper sound. And of course, I've got the back speakers back there. As for extra storage, if you look up in the ceiling, I've got some games stored up there, just some pieces of wood to store various items. Got my nunchucks up here, and all my shoes. It's a great place to build a shoe rack. For storing my other clothes that aren't on the rack over there, I have pull-out drawers.
Sometimes it's whole families living out of these storage units.
Hi. How are you guys? Working off of a Get Marty tip, we found the Ashb family living here in the storage unit. Actually, they have 2 units, and they've been living here for a while, for months. You've been here a month?
At least. Well, actually, it's coming up on 2 months.
You're a strong woman. Jacqueline Ashb tells me it's been 2 months since her husband and 3 kids moved into this storage unit. No electricity, no running water, nothing but a space and metal doors, and they sleep here. What do you do at night? You sleep this open?
No, we come in and we close it.
Doesn't it get hot?
That's why it's open right now. I can't have him sleeping in here with the doors closed. He'll overheat.
peer back into the storage unit, you can see the mattress where the 5 members of the Ashb family sleep every night, including 3 children, with the steel doors closed, no electricity, and no plumbing. It's illegal and it's dangerous. The only light from a cell phone.
Yeah, but that kills the battery.
Jacqueline asked us for help. We immediately called the Allegheny County Department of Human Services. Sources tell me they made contact with the family. I'm also told the family is right now in emergency housing.
There's definitely hope and services available to them.
Abigail Horn is with the Allegheny Department of Human Services. She is not allowed to talk about the Ashb case, but promises folks who ask get help.
There's definitely help available. Of course, individuals and families are all dealing with the challenges that life brings them. And so certainly families, households do find themselves in difficult situations.
No one believes a family of 5 should have to ever sleep in a room like this, inside a storage unit, under any circumstances.
Yo, if you end up sleeping in your storage container 9 times out of 10, you're down on your luck. I don't want to pass no judgment on you, because you obviously know that the storage container, the storage unit, is not the answer. It becomes a problem to me when you the type person that think the storage unit is the answer, and it's the answer for your business. It's people out there that's actually thinking that they gonna rent a storage unit and use it for commercial space. They are using these storage units for all types of stuff. Podcast space, nail salons, barbershops. I wonder, how does somebody tell you to meet them on floor 3 of the U-Haul building? They'll give you the code when you get there and you actually go and get a service performed. Like, that's crazy to me. But anyway, man, a lot of these storage unit owners, they really don't realize what was happening a lot of times until these people move out and they get to get into the unit for themselves finally after some time.
I've seen a lot of things in storage units in my days, but here we have someone that laid flooring, put up a wall back into here, put up 3 more walls and a ceiling. This is where the bed used to be, it looks like. And they hung their TV right there. Put in their own outlets. It's crazy.
Look what I found in this storage unit that this tenant just vacated from. Just so you understand, we don't have outlets like this in any of the storage units. I thought it was wired in just the light up above, but then it kept on going. So I climbed up the ladder to figure out where it kept on going to. Just a warning right now, if you're scared of heights, this may not be a video that you want to watch. So the wire kept running up across multiple storage units and then down the wall and then through another wall. So I climbed down the ladder and found the wall where the wire came out of. And this is where it led to, right into my main electrical panel. I pulled off the electrical panel. I had already shut off the power and it was time to get this thing disconnected. I backed up to pull the electrical through the wall and realized it's connected to a little box down there. And that box is inside a rented unit that I can't really get inside of right now.
I know it was a lot of people that was sold this whole buy a storage facility dream, that it was going to be no hassle, just easy money.
Easy green.
Starting to figure out that they got a little problem on their hand. As rent go higher, these problems get more and more prevalent, because cheap rent will entice anyone. Even the dude that y'all was so jealous of from one of my past videos, that guy that y'all was hating on, y'all was jealous of, remember him?
We not getting a job. It sound like y'all jealous because we found a way to make it work without a job, and you still gotta work a 9 to 5, pushing 40 hours plus a week. We living in a tent, paying no rent, saving up money every single month. More money than the average American could ever think to save. Y'all jealous because me and my girlfriend found a way to circumvent paying rent. So don't get upset with us and tell us that we need to get a job and we lazy. Y'all jealous because y'all got amenities and we dealing with shit without all that saving up money.
Him, stop hating on him. He even decided to stop saving all his money and spend a little and get him and his lady a spot.
Moving into our new space, we can pretty much live in here during the day, and then at nighttime you can't sleep in here, so we gotta go back to the tent. Storage is right next to our tent. It's amazing.
And it's climate controlled. Huge. It's absolutely huge. And we're finally gonna have a space to set up all our nice stuff.
I'm tired. You ready to get this left?
My tomato
A little bit.
I haven't wanted ice water so bad in my life.
Taking all of this stuff out of our tent, put it into this new storage.
It's just gonna be a living space. There's not even gonna be storage. Barely. Tell me how we got this fucking weird wall. I'm gonna hang stuff on it. I'm gonna make it my little artwork.
We can have a camera in here set up.
Oh shit. And I like that this is open.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Put up like Christmas lights.
Me and my girl testing, we trying to figure out if this is like good enough to be sneaky and hide and stuff. We trying to hide this shit. No, I don't think we should do that. You want to let people know that you can get back here. If this was completely blocked off, then that means someone's behind the boxes. They're making noise and stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? We don't want that. We want people to know that, okay, somebody's back there. You can see the gap. But they can't see enough to know that somebody's living here. If somebody was to come over here, they don't know nothing.
You got to give my man his props. He went and got her the biggest storage unit they had in there, man. That thing was humongous, man. You got to give him his props for that. He went big with the storage unit. They got a whole little apartment. But do y'all think they going to go back to the tent and they not going to sleep in there? Do y'all think they going to follow the rules?
Not a chance.
I live in the storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul.
Now, I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. Like I keep stressing to y'all, I have never proclaimed to be no saint, and I ain't judging nobody for being down on their luck. But what I am going to judge everybody in this video for doing is being stupid. Stupid. If you are that down on your luck that you have to sleep in your storage container, then you need to be as quiet about that as possible. The last thing you need to do is be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or anywhere broadcasting to the world, telling them the game about where you laying your head at.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut it up.
Because the only thing that can happen from you broadcasting to the world that you living in a storage container is this right here.
We got kicked out of our storage unit.
Well played, sir.
The higher ups found out about my video. It went so viral. We ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're going to do with all of our stuff. We're going to have to get a new storage unit. So yeah, we got kicked out. We just don't know what to do right now. We're trying to figure it out. It's a lot. It's a lot of uncertainty. We can't live here anymore. And we can't make videos in here anymore. Now all we have is a tent. And it's freezing cold outside. Can't live in a storage unit anymore. Figured I was gonna get kicked out, but I'm willing to take risks. You know, have a crazy come up, a great come up. And it was a risk. I was willing to take it so I can get out of here.
I'm from a whole different time. Sometimes I feel like I'm from a whole different planet, man. If I would be down on my luck to the point to where I even gotta contemplate sleeping in the storage container, the world would never know. The last thing I would be is on the phone in the storage container letting the world know that I'm about to sleep in the store. Like, what do you, we really, really, really need to bring Shane back. People are just out here moving like they're true crazy people. Like, this made no sense. You're that down on your luck that you have to sleep in your storage unit instead of keeping it to yourself. You want to try to monetize your pain, but you still have nowhere to sleep.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
We live in some crazy times right now, man. But anyway, y'all hit me up in the comments section. Let me know how you feel about everything you just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you done made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.